There are almost 60 titles, both ongoing and completed, which are tagged under both the action and the fantasy genre as of November 2021. I'll first share with you guys my top 10 highly recommended titles among the action fantasy webtoon originals. Without further ado, let's start with number 10, Villain to Kill. This may be a revenge series, but there are quite a number of wholesome and fun stuff in it, and that's totally my cup of tea. Number 9, The Druid of Soul Station. It's pretty similar to many other action fantasy manhwa out there that has a returnee, but this one is among the decent and really entertaining ones. Number 8, Doombreaker. This is almost like the generic action fantasy manhwa, but the occasional dark and wacky humor on this got me hooked. Action scenes are also freaking awesome. I am hoping it's going to have a decent romance too. Looks promising so far. Number 7, Micro Hunter. Apparently, this is very underrated, and I think it's because it doesn't have much of those generic stereotypes, or the super good-looking characters, or the super action-packed scenes, or the fan service. Well, too bad. A lot of people are missing this hidden gem. Number 6, Jungle Juice. This one deals with college students having powers based on insects. And that's freaking cool! It would easily appeal to fans of Marvel Comics. The story and characters are great, and not to mention that glorious art. Such a pleasant read. Number 5, Ice. If the series earlier was dealing with insects, this one involves bird species. This is so unique and dark, like really dark with all the bloody and brutal stuff, despite the black and white color theme. It also gives off Jujutsu Kaisen and Shingeki no Kyojin vibes. I love that. Number 4, 66,666 Years, Advent of the Dark Mage. To me, this is somewhat like the beginning after the end, but much more entertaining. I'll never get tired of the wholesome and fluffy family love in it. And it looks like the romance is going to be like a soulmate thing. I'm a sucker for that. Number 3, Elicid. It's such a wonderful character-driven series. The action scenes are cool and the emotional parts can pull heartstrings. It's also very, very hilarious. Reading it is so much fun, and there's no chapter that got me bored. Number 2, Tower of God. I think this one can be considered a classic already. This series is so epic, there's a lot of interesting lore, and it has a diverse cast. There are arcs that are quite boring, to be honest, but the good ones are super exciting. This series has a special place in my heart. Number 1, Omniscient Reader. I suppose this would not be a surprise if you're familiar with my channel. It's like anything awesome that is related to action fantasy, you can expect that in this series. And those action fantasy elements are blended together in such a well-written masterpiece. It's the best. I freaking love it. You gotta read this too. Now, for the next batch, I also like the titles here. It's just that at this point in time, I don't like them enough to be among my top favorites. I also haven't caught up with the latest chapter yet. I presently don't prioritize them as much as the top 10, but I'll catch up soon. I might end up liking them more or liking them less, depending on the later chapters. Either way, I still recommend these titles. You might end up loving them earlier than me. While on this batch, I find them quite interesting, but I just didn't like them enough to want to read every chapter. In other words, I'll be satisfied with just spoilers. So, if it's a completed series, Most likely, I skipped a lot and went straight to the last chapter. But of course, since I find them pretty good despite not reading them much, I still recommend them. So if any of them caught your attention somehow, do give them a try. With that, I hope I had helped you discover a new favorite. There are titles which are tagged as either fantasy only or action only in Webtoon. Some action webtoons are paired with either superhero or sci-fi instead of fantasy, so they haven't been part of the scope. There are also action fantasy series that I like, which are available in other platforms or are not yet available in English. I suppose I'll cover them in another video. Anyways, likes, shares, and comments would be highly appreciated. Thanks for watching. Bye!